Well, hello everyone. We are here at FirstEnergy Stadium where the Browns have just drilled the Bears 33-13 in the preseason finale. Of course, scores don't really matter, but there were lots of things that happened in this game that the Browns can kind of take away and feel pretty good about heading into their opener in Pittsburgh. Of course, keep in mind that it was against the Bears backups, but hey, they'll take it, right, Tom?
Yeah, without question, and I'm sure you're going to lead right in with the first drive of the game, which, everyone wanted to see what that first unit offense could do, led by Brian Hoyer, who's kind of been up and down, as people know, in the preseason, and I thought he was very good. He's 6 of 8. They got in the end zone on an 85-yard drive. Perfect way to kind of cap your preseason.
That's right. Again, I was circling who he was playing against, and it was a lot of third-teamers on the Bears defense. But they came out, they did what they wanted to do, and they said, look, we don't care who it's against right now. We need to get our timing down. We need to feel good about something. So the first-team offense did that, as you said, 6 of 8, 69 yards, Ben Tate touchdown. Then comes Johnny Jam Boogie. He came in, and he was Johnny. He was Johnny on the field, and he was just Johnny in the media room during his press conference, too, talking about his new Snickers commercial. But, he ran around. He made plays. I thought he was much better with his legs than his arm tonight, but Johnny Football was out there.
Yeah, you saw the good, the bad, and the crazy and the outrageous, and it was fun to watch. I mean, there's times, I think Mike Pettin put it pretty well with his halftime interview. There were plays where you're like, no, 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 yes, I like that. So, yeah, I'm sure people will see that on the Sports Center about 5 times, that play where he runs around, ends up hitting Nate Burleson for that 27-yard play. That is vintage Johnny Manziel right there.
Yes, that was the signature play of the night, and you wondered where he was going with this. I kept waiting for him to get clobbered. Now, when you have him against first-team defenders, there's a good chance he's probably not going to have that much time. The other thing he showed, though, is that he can slide. I've never seen him awkwardly slide. I mean, he's an amazing. I think it's because he's so compact.
Mary-Kay, he was drafted in major leagues.
I've seen other guys drafted in the major leagues that can't slide.
No names, please.
But he's got it, and I think it's in part, again, because he's compact. It just seems like it's natural for him to do that. So lots of fun with Johnny Manziel. He talked, again, about the Snickers commercial, the Jam Boogie commercial, and I asked Mike Pettin once again, do you think you're ready to put in a package of plays for Johnny in Pittsburgh? And he said, we will discuss it.
Yeah. You get a sense the more he gets comfortable, the more Mike Pettin gets comfortable with the idea of using him, or at least putting it out there that the Steelers have to practice it. But you wouldn't be surprised with the way that he can run when he gets a little open lane. He was the leading rusher for most of the game until Isaiah Crowell went crazy. 4 carries for 55 yards? Is that correct?
Yes, that was right. Yes, yeah. He had a long gain of 22, so he made some nice plays with his legs. However, boy, he unleashed some wobblers out there on the long ball. So he's got to work on that. But there still might be some things that he can do early on that could give Dick LeBeau and the Steelers a little something to think about heading into this game. I'm sure they're already doing that. Like you said, Isaiah Crowell comes out of this game with 102 yards. Who knew, Tom?
Well, I'll tell you what, he's kind of waited for that opportunity to really get some extended action. And to me, he looked better tonight than Terrence West has looked in any point of the preseason. Terrence West is a 3rd-round pick. Crowell was a guy I was very intrigued with coming into camp. He was hurt a lot in spring ball. Didn't really get to see him, and I was wondering if he was ever going to get his shot. Well, Mary-Kay, he did take advantage of it. Had the longest play from scrimmage in preseason with a 48-yard touchdown. There's some decision to be made there.
That's right, and as you mentioned, Terrence West didn't have his best night. He fumbled the ball away, and you just can't do that as a running back. You've got to protect the football. So Terrence has a few things that he's going to need to go back and clean up, and also his average was only about 2.2. So they're going to have to go back to the drawing board a little bit. Terrence needs to clean some things up a little bit, and for sure hang on to the ball. But all in all, these guys come out of here feeling pretty good. They finally got a victory. They close out the preseason 1-3, and now it's time to get ready for Pittsburgh. And that's it from FirstEnergy Stadium.